Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gatherings. I am Zero Dragon 12, also known as Anthony from the Squirrel Squadcast, and last time we defeated Warden Hixus. And we are going to move on to our next quest. Akros, not to be confused with Arcos. Akros has fallen under the attack of as Harpies mercilessly swarm the city's walls. Every able body is needed. You and the other prisoners are released. The city's last hope to beat back the monsters. And we get this awesome splash art.
You can have multiple creatures grouped together to block a single attacking creature. This is a good way to gang up on a larger threat. Your opponent chooses how the attacking creature deals damage to your blockers. Usually, an attacking creature will deal all its damage to the creature that blocked it. But a creature with trample can deal its excess damage to the defending player.
So this is our introduction to the mechanic trample. As you can see, here, a creature with trample. If you block it, say you have a let's say 6/5 with trample, and you block it with a 2/3. So what's going to happen is the creature with trample will deal 3 damage to your 2/3, and then deal the remaining 2 damage to you. That's pretty much what trample is. Now, it also mentioned group blocking, which means, yes, you can block with groups. I didn't mention that because it wasn't relevant, but
You'll see trample and group blocking in action in this skill quest. To complete it, block the incoming attack and win on your next turn.
So what it looks like is they're going to attack with that thing, the Vulpine Goliath, and I'll block with these two, and I'll attack with this.
To block an incoming attack, click and drag one of your creatures to the attacking creature you want to block. Once you've selected all the creatures you want to block with, click Confirm Block.
Play that land, why not? Attack. Since it has trample, it's going to deal 4 damage to that thing and the remaining 2 to that. Or remaining 1. No, 2. It's 6. Yeah. So I'm just reading my numbers.
Great job!
Thank you. For the most part, any ability will probably be explained on the card, so...
Normally, all attacking and blocking creatures deal combat damage at the same time. However, a creature with First Strike deals its combat damage first, before creatures without First Strike. This means a creature with First Strike can often destroy an enemy creature before that creature gets the chance to hit back.
So First Strike is, as the lady mentioned, so when you do the damage calculation, normally it's done at the same time. But First Strike means that the creature with First Strike gets precedent. There's a second ability similar to this called Double Strike, which is First Strike and then which calculates First Strike damage and then normal damage.
In this skill quest, Withstand your opponent's assault and attack on your turn to seal your victory. A timer counts down whenever it's your turn to act. Well done! First strike is advantageous on both offense and defense.
I guess I'm going first. Alright. Elite Vanguard. Flying Double Strike. Woodland Cemetery. Oh, it's holographic. Flying Double Strike. Yeah, Double Strike deals both first strike and regular combat damage. Flesh Mad Steed. Another creature dies tap. Okay, so Woodland Cemetery is a dual land. So what that means is that it counts as either a swamp or a forest. And it has an added effect of if you control a swamp or forest, it comes in untapped. That is the first instance of a dual land. I'm mistaking it for a holographic land because I didn't get a good look at it. But now that I have a good look at it, it's a dual land. It's probably gonna block. It's probably gonna block the Orskos. Yeah. It's gonna block the Swift Claw. Bloom Widow. Oh, it has reach. Oh, great. But it says it can only block creatures with flying, which means that it cannot block my my Elite Vanguard. So that's a good trade-off, I think. So, because I know that has that can block only creatures with flying, that means I'll attack with my Elite Vanguard and not with my Eagle of the Watch. Forsaken Drifters dies with top 4 cards of your library to your graveyard. Well. Yeah, let's sacrifice the Great Heart. Yeah, sorry if I'm not talking too much during these Let's Plays. I'm just focusing, trying to figure out what I need to do next. And of course that's self-mill. Okay. Blood Toll Harpies. Flying when it enters the battlefield. Each player loses 1 life. So this is going to be the first time we actually get dealt damage in the entire Let's Play. And it's obviously not going to be the last. Push Max Steed. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Attack with all. Alright, let's see what this is gonna do. Let's go to block all of it. Okay then. Well, at least I have 2 creatures left on the board. But that's not exactly good. Forsaken Drifters. And then, yeah, okay. And then it's gonna do double. So yeah, pretty much double strike means it does double damage. Another win condition is if your opponent runs out of cards. That's an automatic loss instead of burning like in Hearthstone. If you run out of cards, you automatically lose. Again, one hit point. Alright, go ahead, play your forest. And that is the third quest of the game. And we got ourselves another achievement. In a single duel, had your flying creatures deal 15 damage and was dealt no damage yourself. Okay, technically we took 1 damage, but that was because of a card effect and not the actual. With your natural martial talents and magical skills, you've managed to fend off the onslaught of voracious Harpies. However, your hero calls for help from the main gate. Before the Harpies can regroup, you make your way along the walls towards the cities. So, I guess I should probably explain the plane system here. Right before we let off, but each plane is each block in Magic is based on a different plane. For example, this takes place on the plane of Theros, and of course each plane is based on a different thing. Theros is based on the ancient Greek society, so there's obviously hoplites and a lot of ancient Greek creatures like minotaurs and centaurs, which are centaurs Greek. I don't know. There's a lot of course, like harpies and everything. So Theros draws heavily off of ancient Greek mythology, and there are other planes that take place that take their inspiration from other things. Like Arabian Nights, obviously takes inspiration from Arabic mythology. Kamigawa takes inspiration from Japanese mythology. Innistrad takes place in a world inspired by gothic horror, so you have like werewolves and vampires and stuff. Tarkir is based off of Mongolia, and European dragons, and so on and so forth. So here, of course, so yeah, obviously Kivian Yura is supposed to be based off of Greek, and he gets the name Gideon Yura later on. Obviously, there are some planes that are just based off of basic European fantasy, like Zendikar, which is based off of like elves and everything, and so on and so forth. Yeah. As it continues loading, as I said in the first episode, Magic Origins is the final core set of Magic the Gathering. And this is because they're actually switching up the block structure. Before it was block, core set, block, core set, block. And each block would have 3 sets. So like Theros has 3 sets: Theros, Battle of the Gods, and Journey to Nyx. And the standard would alternate between block, core set, block, and then core set, block, block, and then block, core set, block, core set, block, etc. After Magic Origins, the final core set, they decided to revamp standard so that each year, instead of having block, core set, block, it's just going to be block. And every block would have 2 sets. So Battle Zendikar would have 2 sets. I haven't been keeping up with Magic news, so I don't know what the sets are named. But I'm sure the first one's named Battle of Zendikar. The next set will also be a 2-set block, and then another 2-set block. And then, so right now I think standard is Battle of Tarkir, Cons of Tarkir, Magic Origins, Battle for Zendikar. And then after the next block is announced, it'd be Magic Origins, Battle of Zendikar, the next block. And then after that, it would be the 2 blocks. So this, of course, the standard will always be changing. So obviously, I have never played with the Magic Origins cards before until this recording, or the last set of recordings. White Creature is fairly easy to play. It's fairly basic. Some of these I've seen before, like Great Heart, Orskos, Swift Claw. Those have been those have been reprinted for a while. But yeah, some of these cards I'm completely unfamiliar with. So, don't hate on me because I've never played with Magic Origins cards. I've never played with Battle for Zendikar cards because I haven't played Magic for like 2 years. Yeah. Anyways, as this loading screen continues to load, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my ramblings about Magic the Gathering, check out our other Let's Plays. Check out my Minecraft Let's Play. Check out that's finished. Check out some of the other stuff. Our podcast, other Let's Plays. If you're like the anime stuff, there you have a couple of those. Check out our website down below in the description. If you enjoyed, subscribe, like, whatever, comment what you want me to talk about, because lately the actual gameplay part has been a little bit bland because I'm trying to focus. But just tell me in the comments what you want me to talk about, and I'll try to fit that in somewhere. Thank you guys for watching. Yes. See you guys next time on Magic Origins.